Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and we finally have a date. The date is finally here when T-Mobile will have its Analyst Day in early fall. Well, fall actually starts on September 22nd, so they're doing it a little bit before fall even starts. I guess they were just too eager and they wanted to get the info out there. So this article from T-Mobile Newsroom, I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So September 18th, mark that on your calendar for those of you who are interested. This is when T-Mobile will have its next Analyst Day. They're calling it Capital Markets Day because it ties into Deutsche Telekom and what they're presenting around that time frame, and Deutsche Telekom calls it Capital Markets Day. But this is going to be exactly the same setup as what T-Mobile gave us in 2021. The Analyst Day in 2021, this is going to be the exact same. So we are going to get an inside look and guidance for the rest of this decade, right? Through 2030, I'm assuming is what they will guide towards, because the financials that we have guidance for now goes through 2026. So they're going to probably update us for the next 5 years or so with updated financials, updated network ambitions, and everything in between. So this event is expected to last approximately 3.5 hours. Again, like I said, it's very similar to what we got in 2021, and the 2021 Analyst Day was around the same time frame. So each of the teams, right? Each of the leadership that runs a certain section in the company, like John Fryer does consumer, Ulf does the network, Mike Katz runs, I think he does the marketing, Kali Fields is in charge of business. So each of them will get their own time frame to present. And then the CFO is going to present, Peter Osvaldik, and then Mike Sievert, the CEO, is going to have the opening prepared remarks. So they're all gonna present very similar. It's going to be the exact same for those of you who tuned in to the 2021 Analyst Day. It's going to be the exact same setup from what I'm hearing. So it's going to be interesting, right? We need some info. They've gone on the rampage and they've gotten off track with the wireless network, and it's been all about fiber. And while that's exciting, and I'm sure we will hear about that during this Analyst Day, but we need to reel back in and focus on the bread and butter, which is the wireless network. We need to see, okay, how is the expansion going? How many of the 10,000 new site builds have been deployed? Are you completed? What about the keep sites, right? What do you plan on doing with US Cellular? How quickly do you think that will be completed, the full integration? Then the C-band and the DoD deployment, that's kind of gotten cold. We haven't heard about anything on that front. We really haven't seen much of that out in the wild. If that was an active deployment, I'll be very honest here. If that was an active deployment that's actually receiving capital, I promise you, we would be seeing pictures all over the internet. We would be seeing posts on Reddit. Boom. T-Mobile just deployed C-band DoD on this cell site, that cell site. We're not seeing that, so it's not happening. We're seeing it like very, very, very small. Some sites, but it's testing. They're just testing. That's all they're doing with that. So that's why we haven't seen it. Trust me, I would be getting messages. I would be seeing posts on Reddit. We would be seeing it all over X if T-Mobile was actually pushing that deployment, but they just simply aren't. So that's why we aren't seeing it. So we need to get updates on that. When do they plan to deploy it? How much of capital will go into that? How long will it take? You know, we need lots and lots and lots of updates. Further densification. Do you plan on further densifying the network for the increase in data over the next few years? FWA, what do you plan to do with that? Are we going to see millimeter wave point-to-point deployments? So there's going to be a lot of questions during this Q&A. And T-Mobile should be more open, willingly open to discuss changes and give us more intel on the fiber. Like, where do they plan to take fiber by 2030 or 2035, whatever, right? Are they planning to get to 20 million homes? All of that should be disclosed on this date, September 18th. Very important day for the company, for you, the consumer. That's maybe you're a wireless enthusiast. You want to know, okay, I'm paying all this money for T-Mobile. What are they doing for me in the future? So all in all, to summarize it briefly, it's going to be a better experience. Will you end up paying more for it? Very possible. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Will we see more price increases in the future? That's a high possibility. On my list, it's a high possibility because they really didn't get much of a churn increase with this last price increase. Maybe we see a spike in Q3. I doubt it. But that told T-Mobile everything they needed to know. And they already know. Even though we might see some of the effects run into Q3, T-Mobile already knows the port outs and they already know. They have projections, so they know what's going to happen. So this told T-Mobile everything they needed to know. Like Mike Sievert says, customers trust us with value, so they probably will raise pricing again. It's a very high possibility in my book. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you're excited for this day. This is going to be a big one. We really didn't get one from Verizon or AT&T this year. Maybe they still do one later in the year, but this will be a big focus for this day, September 18th. Not too far off, little over a month to get to this, and 3.5 hours I'll be tuned in. I'll probably take this day off, so that way I can take notations, and everything for you guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow the social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.